Right. We're under attack, don't know what by. Is that a gun battery? That might be a gun battery. That probably explains it. Yeah, pretty sure it's a gun battery. Right? Time to see if we can actually dive into this step, because it's only 47 meters under the hull. And battle stations. Yeah, that's a coastal battery ahead. I see a big target. I see a battleship. That's not the battleship shooting at us, is it? That looks like a Congo class. Actually, no. No, she's got a turret in the middle there. She's got a turret in the middle that's an Amagi. But then again, this is a far range, so we can't actually fully tell yet. So basically, directly ahead, anchored somewhere over here, there's a battleship. Which is nice. That is a nice first little find. Actually, that's a point. How is our hull doing? There's a bulk, 4 torpedo room, batteries in the bow are damaged. Let's get... The aft guys don't have any more reloading to do, so we'll get them into damage control. I mean, makes sense. And then we don't have to take anybody off at the engine rooms or anywhere else. There we go. That should hopefully start getting damage repaired. It's not too bad, and we're not flooding either. Now, of course, the true test is... Okay, we managed to reach periscope depth. We got 14 feet to spare. That's not a whole lot. But I'm going to get us closer, and we're going to take a couple shots at that battleship, because... Or we might take a shot at the battleship as we leave, but I don't know if it's going to move or not. So I'm probably going to take a shot at the battleship as we enter, and then as we leave, we might take more shots if it hasn't sunk. But I'll get us into position for hopefully an attack on the battleship, and I'll bring you back then. Alright, well it turns out I was wrong. It's not an Amagi, though it does have gun turrets in the middle. It's an Issei battleship. 33,000 tons. Not too bad. We're going to give her tubes 1 and tube 2. Contact fuses for both of them for the moment. There's another battleship to our front, so we'll go and pay her a visit in a moment. We're going to pay this Issei a visit first. And we'll leave that setting alone because she's got tons of drafts, so those will hit regardless. Alright, so that's that. Land unit spotted. Yep. Probably the shore battery that shot at us. I would say right about... It'd be nice if there was a line that I could see as well. Right about there. That is outside of high-speed range? Yes, it's outside of high-speed range. So good thing I didn't set the high speed, or else these would have ran short. Alright, angle on bow. Looks like roughly 45. And speed is 0. Turn it on, and let's see how well we did. Range is off, but the angle on bow is basically good. Let's get the range. About there. That's even closer, so I doubt that will be right. Yeah, no. Oh, I'm just messing with the... Messing with that, getting that wrong. Right there. Let's try right there. That would hit just forward. No, why? I'm confused by this dial. Very, very confused. Right there. Make sure it's got the right height. Right there. That should actually be roughly the range. It's closer. Alright. So let's send them to 1. Low speed, contact. Probably actually should have turned off the position keeper, because that might have messed it up. They should hit, if they go straight through that X. Although my mark was off. She's more over here. But it's just in general direction. Let's just let them swim out. And then let's go pay her a visit. She's over here. And those actually took a little bit to swim out. I think that was a good couple minutes to swim out. Another ship spotted. There they are there. There's one of them, and that's right amidships. Right in the boiler room. That should do nicely. Of course, this is going to wake up the harbor. Nice little fire. Second one shouldn't be too far behind. There it is there. They both detonated. And she's got a nice old hole in her hull. She's now open to the sea. Right below the torpedo bulge as well. Alright, so that's her given a gift. Let's turn off the position keeper, because we got another battleship to go visit, whatever that is, over this away. So scope down, and let's get boogieing. It's about roughly that angle. And yep, there we go. Let's get moving. Tube 1 is ready. I want to get closer before I fire again. We got our last reloads in. And we still got our 2 stern tubes as well, so that is nice. Let's just draw this course out. And roughly around here, let's come to a stop. There we go. It's now after 9, so that was 40 minutes, roughly. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's a carrier. got another Ice looks like. She's listing to starboard, but she looks like she's still afloat. I might give her the stern tubes on the way out. Anything else that's more juicy than a carrier? There's a sun. That won't do. There's a tanker, maybe. And there's that carrier. She's almost directly in front of us, too. And though we do have to keep going that way. So she doesn't have the best target for us. We'll probably pass her and then give her the stern tubes. Where's that other battleship? There she is. That looks like another Ice. Let's set up, I guess, tube 1, tube 2 again, since they're already basically selected. Low speed. Alright, range. It's roughly that. And going bow. Much sharper. And let's see. Oh, she's almost in port, and that's a fairly good solution. To me, they should hit. So, fire tube 2. Fire tube 3. Tube 1, rather. There we go. That's 2 torpedoes for that battleship. Now let's just kind of get this solution set up for this carrier before we move on. Would have been nice to find a Yamato. The island's on the wrong side. Unless we're looking at her stern. But no, she's got the bow structure. Is that Shikaku? I think that's a Shikaku fleet carrier. Lock her up. Let's get a range setting, then we'll turn the position keeper on and move about. I think one bow is 10, 20 port. Looks about that. Not quite. But it will do just to keep her kind of in the system. So navigation. Oh, this is actually the attack map. Yep, we're good to go that way. Either way. Now it's D-lock. Put the scope down a little bit. Get moving. Toggle the aft tubes, the contacts. Two torpedo impacts, that's good. She's roughly here. So we actually kind of want to maneuver this way a little bit. There's a warship now outside the harbor. A little bit late. We already slipped through. Alright. That should be good. Come to a stop. Alright, she's now off her stern. Actually, could have just looked at the position keeper. Or she's roughly off her stern. There she is there. Ooh, that's a nice target. That's a lovely, lovely target. Oh, you lovely, lovely target, you. Send it there to TDC. And let's see how it looks. They should hit. Tube 5 is just double check. Contact low speed. Yep. Contact low speed. Open the tube. Wait for the fish to swim out. Swim out. There it is. There we go. Torpedoes our way. How's our battleship doing? We may have actually missed. They may have hit the pier. Then she is kind of listing a little bit. And no, she's on fire. They did hit. So she also was a victim of our attack. There's deck guns. I think we have to use the observation scope because our objective here is to actually not to sink everything in the harbor, but to photograph the harbor and kind of sink everything in the harbor. So fold them away for now. There's lighthouse. This scope doesn't even go anywhere near as high up. Do I have to go right there? I think I might have to go right, literally, where that is, in order for it to count. So let's get that going. Let's also duck this back down. That's a good impact. That's 2 good impacts. Very good. Very, very good. More things that might possibly sink while we're around and we might get credited for. So let's move forward. Oh, she sunk. We got her. Scratch 1 flat top. And she was right. She was a Shikaku fleet carrier. Well, that's 1 flat top the Japanese won't get back. Although that's probably going to anger the harbor a little bit. Yes, I know we're in shallow waters. Then we're going to turn around, head back out. Maybe give the ISA that's out of port the one or 2 torpedoes. Maybe this ISA as well, and their torpedo or 2. And then we'll be drawing on torpedoes and also getting lowish on fuel, so then it'll be time to go back to Pearl. Still slowing. Don't even know if the torpedoes will even launch at this depth if there is something juicy in the harbor. Do I have to use the attack scope? Or can I use the scope? I mean the observation scope. There is almost nothing in harbor. Which to me is good. Actually, nope, that's just a tanker. And plus she's on the other side of a seawall, it looks like. Yep. I think I literally have to go exactly where that is in order for it to count. No, don't do that. A gun. Nope. Stopwatch. No, we don't need that. Let's raise the observation scope, see if that will do it. I just found these buttons. I quite like these buttons. The observation scope doesn't even breach the waves. And you're the observation scope. The attack scope is more observation scope than you are. Alright, how close do you want me to get? Because we're pretty much in the port now, guys. I'm also not seeing any options for photograph. Decoys, no. Report contacts, that's not what we want. Ah, huh. I see now. This is an eater periscope? Yeah, eater periscope. Raise this one, because this one can actually go higher for some reason. Don't know why, but it just can. I figured out what was wrong. We need to lock a target. Can't lock the cranes. Did that complete it? Contact. Alright. Sure. Incomplete. Oh, I need more photos? Okay. I guess I have to photograph everything in the harbor? That'd be my guess. This harbor is very empty. Very, very empty. Anything else? She will fit and use the... Well, apparently there's a submarine over there. Oh, there is, I think. Yeah, there's a little submarine. And I guess I gotta lock up this guy. And nope, okay, that's complete. I needed 3 photos. Photos of warehouses, sure. There we go. So now let us navigate to here. Let's, for the moment, lower the attack scope. There we go. And then we'll give each of the Aces 1 torpedo each, because they're still afloat after taking 2, so we'll give them, as an award for staying afloat after the Shikaku died immediately, we'll give them each a torpedo. Contact. Contact. There we go. That's all set up. We can turn off the position keeper for the Shikaku now. It's sunk. It's very dead. Very, very dead. And it's closing because we've been making such a ruckus in the harbor. It makes sense. Along with a merchant ship. Alright. Actually, it might just be escorting the merchant ship. That makes a bit of sense. I think it's literally just escorting the merchant ship. Right, we slowed down to 8 times. This is a good enough position, I think. Wait for us to slow down a bit. That way we're not having our periscope wake. Be about. And upscope. Let's bring out this. There's that I say friend. That's actually directly a zero sweep. That's actually a good shot. Good unintentional lineup there. That's a basically zero shot. Of course, it probably helps if you have the identification book open and have identified it as an ASA battleship. That probably helps things a little bit. There we go. That's actually the correct range now, at least it should be. Looks like she's down in the water a little bit. And she's definitely tilted over to starboard. Let's just double check the range. Close enough. Angle 45-ish. Yeah, 45-ish. Let's see how well we did. Oh, that's basically dead on. You're gonna get torpedo 3. Let's open the tubes up. Tube 3 or 4. They're both contact, right? Contact, contact, good. You get tube 3. Alright, select that tube. Delock. And where's our LSA? There she is there. She's not nearly bad as off. Confirm that on. There we go. Angle on bow. Import. Yep, that's basically her dead on as well. Actually getting better at this angle and bow thing. Apparently Tube 4 can actually hit that. I was worried it was going to say it wasn't going to. Oh, yep, there it goes. So now just to wait for these slow-moving torpedoes to actually get to their targets. And we can put away all of this. Because we don't need it no more. We are now dry on torpedoes. Let's just double check. Yep, completely dry. And we're all repaired. That's good. Probably stand up from battle stations soonish. The attack map. Might actually hit it roughly the same time. If we're lucky. That's going to hit the pier. Maybe. We'll look on that one. That one looks to be good. There's the ASA. Where's our torpedo? No, there she is. No, it is going to hit her. Just the drawing for the pier is not correct. Oh, so that's something. That's a sub chaser. I was about to say that's something I don't want to see. There's another impact. That's good. That should. Yep, that's another hole in our water line. Hopefully, she'll continue to sink, or sink even faster. Although she is basically in port, so it's kind of hard for her to sink too far. Although the Shikaku did disappear entirely. Don't know where it went to. Let's check up on this torpedo. How are you making out? You're about to hit as well. Well, how are we gonna get out of here? That's the next question. There's a destroyer right there. We shouldn't go that way. Let's go this way. And then out this way, and then back down out. That's gonna be another impact. Let's see it. Maybe she'll sink. Maybe she won't, who knows? We're out of midships again. All her guns are trained out though. Although they are trained 4.5. I guess that's just her stow position. Oh, she's already righting herself. Kind of. At least she was. But her guns are going under the water. A little bit. I thought they were, from that angle at least. And she's far worse off than the other Issa in port. She's actually much slower, and I think she is actually righting herself from that torpedo hit. Probably should have waited till I was gone past and hit the other side, like that Issa. But if anything, we've at least damaged quite badly two almost a Japanese battleships. So that's something. And that's actually the channel we're going down, and that's the channel we came in. Oh, and then there's a little merchant ship. Don't see his escort though. His escort's just buggered off somewhere. I saw a torpedo went back, so I went, nope, no, I'm not doing that. Alright, so, in lieu of anything else happening, in fact, she is now settling on an even keel, thanks to that impact. Yep, nice even keel for her. I'll break things off here, and I'll bring you back should we find something else. Or one of these two sink and I decide to film it. So I'll see you then.